Protection from evil isn't always about living far from danger. It's about what lives inside you. Allah protects the heart that stays clean, the soul that turns back to Him, and the woman who chooses faith over fear. Today, many women walk through emotional storms. They are judged, misunderstood, envied, even targeted. But some of them remain untouched. Why? Because Allah has placed His divine protection over them. This protection is not seen by the eyes, but it is deeply felt in their peace, in their strength, and in the way they are saved again and again from harm that was meant to break them. In this video, we are going to explore the 8 clear signs that show a woman is walking under Allah's protection. If you feel alone, if you've been through pain, or if you've ever wondered why certain people leave your life, this video is for you. It may open your eyes or confirm what your heart already knows. So sit back, listen closely, and let us take you on a journey through the signs of divine love, mercy, and protection, especially for the women whose hearts still choose light, even in darkness. 1. She loses people, but gains peace. Sometimes a woman starts to notice something strange in her life. The people she once loved begin to leave. Friends become distant. Some relationships suddenly break. Some people stop calling, stop checking, and slowly disappear. At first, it felt like pain. It feels like rejection. She might sit in silence and ask, "Why is this happening to me? Why is everyone I trusted walking away?" But what she doesn't know is this is not punishment, this is protection. When Allah loves a woman, He doesn't always protect her by giving her strength to fight. Sometimes He protects her by pulling her away from the fight. He removes the people who are hurting her behind a smile. He takes away the voices that were poisoning her self-worth. And He does it so gently that sometimes she doesn't even realize the storm she was saved from, until she finally feels peace. Her nights become calmer. Her soul becomes lighter. She starts sleeping better. Her smile becomes real again. She no longer has to act. She no longer has to hide her pain just to keep others comfortable. And that peace she feels, that's a gift from Allah. That's a sign that she was never alone, even when everyone left. If people walk out of your life without reason, let them go. Allah is clearing your path. If people change suddenly, trust the signs. Your peace is worth more than fake love and forced connections. The people who truly care will never bring chaos to your soul. So if you are losing people but gaining peace, don't fear. You are not breaking apart. You are being rebuilt under the shade of Allah's mercy. And remember, when Allah takes someone out of your life, He is not trying to hurt you. He's protecting you from something you cannot see. 2. She has a clean heart, even after being hurt. There are women in this world who have gone through deep pain, betrayal, heartbreak, lies, gossip, disrespect. Life has tested them again and again. But despite all of it, their hearts remain clean. They could have turned cold. They could have turned cold. They could have carried hate inside. But they chose something harder and more beautiful. They chose to keep their hearts pure. This kind of woman is rare, and she is protected by Allah in a special way. You see, when someone tries to hurt her, she doesn't respond with revenge. When someone tries to pull her into drama, she walks away quietly. When someone breaks her heart, she doesn't spend her nights planning how to make them feel the same pain. She simply cries in front of Allah, and He replaces her anger with peace. A clean heart is not a weak heart. It is a powerful shield. Evil cannot live where forgiveness grows. Jealousy cannot enter where gratitude lives. Darkness cannot stay in a heart full of light. And so Allah continues to protect this woman, not because she fights back, but because she chooses to not let the pain turn her into the very thing that hurt her. She forgives, not because they deserve it, but because her soul deserves peace. She lets go, not because it was easy, but because Allah gave her strength. And every time she chooses purity over pride, she is elevated in the sight of Allah. If you are a woman who still wishes good for others after they've wronged you, if you still pray for those who hurt you, if you still choose peace over revenge, then know this: Allah sees your heart. He knows what you carry, and He will protect you, not just from others, but from becoming like them. She feels restless around the wrong people. One of the most powerful signs that Allah is protecting a woman is when He gives her a sensitive heart, a heart that becomes uncomfortable around certain people without any clear reason. She could be sitting in a room full of laughter, but inside something doesn't feel right. She might be talking to someone who seems kind, but her soul feels uneasy. That discomfort is not a weakness, it's a gift from Allah. It's a warning without words. This restlessness is not just emotion, it is guidance. It is Allah's way of pulling her away before harm reaches her. He doesn't always expose the lies immediately, He doesn't always show betrayal. But He gives her an inner signal: leave before it's too late. A woman protected by Allah pays attention to those feelings. She doesn't wait for proof. She doesn't silence her instincts to be polite. She respects her peace. She trusts that the discomfort she feels is a sign to take a step back. And when she listens, she avoids pain. She avoids traps. She avoids people who are only pretending to be good. Many women ignore that feeling and they suffer later. But the woman Allah protects, He makes her alert. Her soul becomes her security system. And this kind of awareness is not something you can learn in books. It's a gift from the one who knows every secret intention of every heart. So if you feel a heaviness when you're around someone, or if you feel anxious for no reason when you speak to them, trust that feeling. That is not your imagination, that is your protection. When Allah wants to save you, He doesn't always send a loud sign. Sometimes He sends a quiet feeling. And if your heart is clean, you will hear it. 4. She becomes strong without becoming hard. Life doesn't always treat her gently. She's been through situations that tried to break her spirit. She cried in silence, carried burdens no one saw, and faced moments where it felt like no one truly understood her pain. But still, she stood up, she kept going. And over time, something happened, she became strong. But here's the beautiful part: she became strong without becoming hard. Many people allow pain to turn them into someone else. They close their hearts, they stop trusting, they stop caring. But a woman protected by Allah chooses a different path. Yes, she sets boundaries. Yes, she stops allowing people to walk all over her. Yes, she learns to say no. But she never lets pain destroy her softness. She protects her kindness, even when the world tries to take it away. Her strength is not loud. She doesn't need to shout. She doesn't need to prove anything. Her strength shows in the way she stays calm during chaos, in the way she forgives without being asked, in the way she walks away from drama with her head held high. This balance of being strong but still gentle is a sign that Allah is with her. Because only He can heal a heart so deeply that it becomes wiser without becoming colder. Only He can give her the strength to carry so much and still be the one offering a helping hand to others. She is no longer easy to fool, no longer easy to use. But still, her smile is real. Her love is pure. Her soul is soft. That's the power of a woman who is shaped by pain but guided by Allah. She may look simple from the outside, but inside she carries mountains and walks like a breeze. 5. Her du'as are her weapon. A woman protected by Allah doesn't fight like the world expects her to. She doesn't shout to prove her worth. She doesn't beg people to stay. She doesn't waste her time trying to convince others of her value. When life becomes heavy, when people betray her, when the pain becomes too deep, she raises her hands. She speaks to Allah. And that is her greatest power. Her dua becomes her weapon. She may seem quiet on the outside. She may walk away silently. But behind closed doors, in the darkness of the night, she whispers every wound, every fear, every injustice to the one who truly listens. She knows something the world often forgets: that when Allah fights for you, no one can defeat you. People who tried to ruin her fall by their own plans. People who mocked her later wonder how she stayed calm while everything turned in her favor. That's what happens when you hand your pain to Allah. He takes your tears and turns them into miracles. He takes your silence and turns it into strength. She doesn't need revenge. She doesn't need people to get what they deserve. She trusts the justice of her Lord more than anything else. And this trust gives her peace no one can touch. If you're a woman who turns to Allah before anyone else, if you cry to Him when no one understands, if you make dua from your heart, not just your lips, then know this: you are not weak. You are powerful in the most beautiful way. Because no force on this earth is greater than the prayers of a woman who knows that her real helper is not people, but her Creator. And when she calls out to Him, He answers in ways no one can block. She is hidden from those who don't deserve her. There are some women whose presence is quiet, but their worth is priceless. You won't find them everywhere. You won't see them chasing attention or showing off. They stay hidden, not because they are weak, but because Allah is protecting them. He covers them like a precious gem, keeping them out of reach from those who would damage their soul. Sometimes she wonders why certain people never choose her, why she's not seen, not praised, not appreciated the way others are. But what she doesn't realize is that Allah is hiding her on purpose. Not everyone deserves access to her heart. Not everyone can handle her purity, her loyalty, her depth. So Allah places a veil between her and those who would only waste her love. She's not lonely, she's guarded, she's not ignored, she's preserved. Just like you wouldn't leave gold lying on the street, Allah does not leave His special servants exposed to harm. He hides them from eyes full of jealousy. He protects them from people who come with sweet words but dirty intentions. He saves them from being used, broken, or taken for granted. Sometimes she feels left out, but in reality, she is being lifted up. While others run after fake friendships and empty relationships, she is kept close to Allah. He is preparing the right souls to find her at the right time. The ones who will see her, value her, and never let her go. So if you feel unseen, don't be sad. You are not forgotten. You're protected. And when the time is right, Allah will uncover you in front of those who will honor you, respect you, and love you the way you deserve. Not for what you show, but for who you are inside. 7. She learns quickly from pain. Every woman feels pain, but not every woman grows from it. Some get stuck in the same cycle, trusting the same people, repeating the same mistakes, falling into the same traps. But a woman who is protected by Allah doesn't stay broken. She might fall once, but she does not fall twice in the same place. Her pain doesn't just hurt, it teaches her. The moment someone breaks her trust, she remembers it, not with bitterness, but with wisdom. She doesn't let her heart become blind again. The moment someone shows her their true colors, she stops painting them as someone they're not. She listens more carefully, watches more closely, and moves more wisely. This is not because she's clever, it's because Allah is guiding her. Her pain becomes her teacher. And Allah uses it to build a stronger, smarter, more peaceful version of her. He lets her feel hurt, just enough, so she can protect herself better next time. She doesn't stay in toxic places. She doesn't beg to be chosen. She doesn't stay silent when her heart is dying inside. She learns. And that learning protects her from future pain. That is how Allah defends her, not by stopping all harm, but by using that harm to strengthen her foundation. Yes, she still has a soft heart, but it is not a heart that will let itself be walked on again. She still loves, but with boundaries. She still gives, but with balance. And people start to know